Hello and welcome back to the Most Pointless Podcast. I am Tom and this is Adam.
As always.
As always. Maybe we won't die out. Maybe we'll just say that joke. We'll do that joke. We'll do the joke about you showing microphone.
Yeah.
And that's it. Eventually it'll just be the same sort of joke.
Call that some randomer at the end.
Well, that's a must. Eventually each show will just be the same jokes and it'll end. And there'll be no new content forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite shocked. We talked for like an hour.
If
we just do those three things, it's going to last 30 seconds.
I mean, over time, we develop more of the same things.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you?
Fine. Yeah.
Nice tea?
I am stuffed.
I'm stuffed.
Really, really stuffed.
We probably should only have one burger.
Yeah.
But we don't want to let it go to waste.
No.
No. I do like a good cheeseburger. Five Guys for me is the ultimate cheeseburger.
Yeah, we've been through this, I think, haven't we, before?
We did talk about what the best type of burger, but I do think that sort of flat and down patty. I like when they do it like on American shows where they put it on a grill and they sort of like squirt water in it and put that pan lid over it so it gets like right moist.
I didn't know they did that. Well,
Doing
doing something new.
Straight in with drinks.
Yeah, go on. Let's do it.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
So I'll show you mine first because you're not going to like it.
Yeah, it's going to taste like shite.
Wow. 2 minutes.
It's only a lie.
And some of that work was sorting out posters and stuff.
And you're dumb.
Well, there's no context there.
That's how we're going to leave it. There you go. Tom's
I like a hard seltzer.
nasty spicy water.
It's a hard seltzer, lemon and lime, 4.5%.
I mean, that's beer strength in it, I suppose.
Yeah, but for fizzy water, that's quite strong. And here we go, my missus picked it again.
That is cool. Brewdog, Lucky.
Lucky. It is his
Even
first
drunk
one.
anything.
I know.
Lucky Break, new IPA. It's got one of those little bounty cat things. What are they called? Lucky Cats.
Lucky Cats.
Hence Lucky Break. Yeah, that makes sense. Looks cool though, I like the colouring.
You want a crack?
Mmm. Ooh, this is stronger.
How much?
6.7.
But she definitely didn't know that. She picked it 100% on how it looked.
Yeah, it is cool. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, it's got that stronger. Tastes nice. You're not gonna like it.
No. Oof.
That's not as bad as I expect. It's not as
That is as
sparkly.
bad as I expected. Brewdog don't all them. You'll be able to go in more detail than me, but like the cakeys and the
cakes.
yeah.
They do a lot of like weird flavoured stouts and a lot of like milkshake flavoured, but I don't like them.
What was the one that they were doing it on my stag?
Oh, layered cake.
Layered cake.
Jesus Christ, that's horrific.
So what happened was on my stag was trickling on the end of COVID. So we were going to go abroad and then we were going to go just to like a cabin in the woods, and eventually it was basically 2 house parties effectively.
Yeah.
That were incredible, absolutely incredible. But to the second night of things, someone brought a beer bong, but it was essentially just a funnel and some hose pipe. The Duchess. Funnel and a hose pipe.
We had a little
taped
twisty
together.
bit on it.
Oh yeah, with it, twisty bit. That was very much just used to chug stuff.
Yeah.
But people kept daring each other to try the layer cake, which most people wouldn't drink regularly,
No.
and they were trying to put it through there.
I wouldn't force myself to drink like a quarter of a can. It put me off drinking for a week.
Wow. Yeah.
You just couldn't stomach any alcohol.
I did do throughout the night quite a few drinks through that, but never one of them. I did a couple of the Strongbow dark fruits I was drinking through there.
Yeah.
We did what was that? We just got a massive bucket, weren't it? Like a Tupperware bucket.
Yeah, like a plastic
And
bucket.
everyone threw loads of stuff in.
And like gummy bears.
And then it looked all like alcoholic. Then they threw gummy bears in, and then we all got round and tried to drink it. How many were like 8 of us doing it?
Yeah.
Which were great for about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the gummy bears sort of like just Yeah, he looked like.
So when you were drinking, you'd get a
Phlegm wash.
a phlegmy gummy bear.
Yeah, just through it all, which was the second yakkiest thing of that night.
Oh, fish.
The fish.
Someone could try to pour that down the Duchess.
Right. Well, I don't know what. Can I remember what it was called? The fish.
No, it was like
Basically,
Norwegian fish. Or
Yeah,
something like
somebody who came on organised the stag with yourself. Found one of these smelly fish things that people in the
Fermented
videos,
fish.
fermented fish, where they like cracked the tin and they tried to eat it. And we decided, apparently it was that strong that recommended not to do it like near your house. So early hours of the morning,
We walked into the woods.
Atras walked into woods.
Like some weird cult thing.
With a tin of fermented fish.
Yeah.
And I was given it obviously because it was my stag. Everyone sort of separated like it was some bomb. And I sort of cranked it and it went tss. And it smelled like tuna. I'm like, this is disappointing.
Yeah.
I then cranked it again and it was like someone had shook a can up and opened it.
Yeah.
It like plumed fermented fish everywhere, and I'm not even kidding, it plumed, and then half a second later one of the people threw up.
We vomited.
He vomited
Straight away. Yeah.
right. It sort of came down this cloud of fish spray on my head, so I was then like covered in it. And I left at that point. I thought, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I walked back
You
to
didn't try it.
didn't try. I was covered in it. I thought, I'm done. So I left, but you were in there for a good half an hour.
I licked it. Not the can, some of the fish.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the most concentrated salty taste I've ever had in ever. I know some people will have tried salty things, but that was very salty.
I weren't gonna have. It was a great night. That was a great bit of it, but I literally went back to the house and jumped straight in the shower, and that was me done for night. You were in there. We were a couple of others. One walked out without a t-shirt on. And I was like, questions have been raised here.
That's because it covered his t-shirt and he couldn't take it, so he ripped his t-shirt off and lost it somewhere in the woods.
Great night.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh god. UFC 304. The main card has just been announced for Manchester.
Oh yeah, it's the big one that's happening in England, isn't it?
Ah.
Even though they're doing it at American time.
I booked a hotel in advance because I was desperate to go and see it because it was an English-based one, and then they announced that the main event would be US time effectively, so they'd be starting at 3 a.m.
Can't be good for the fighters either.
Well, you got to think that all the main card, half of it, or at least half of it, is an English fighter. So I mean, like, it's the full card, but one of every fighter on the main card is English. But they're fighting Americans.
Yeah.
So it's only going to be a problem for the Americans. For the English, the Americans will be fine coming over.
It's not that jet lag.
I don't know which one would you rather have. Would you have effectively if you're an American and you fly over here, your body will be will be ready to get up at 3 o'clock and be primed to go.
Yeah, I suppose.
Whereas English should have. I don't know. I don't know how you prepare for that. If you're an English person.
I don't know. I don't know.
Tom Aspinall is defending his interim championship.
Because, he should defend
The interim. Leon Edwards is fighting Bilal Muhammad in the main event, which Bilal Muhammad does deserve that shot, but they are worried that it will put everyone to sleep.
Oh, because one of them is a wrestler.
Bilal is just...
Yeah.
I saw him against Sean Brady. He legitimately looked exciting. I don't know whether that's because I like Sean Brady, but it was quite interesting. But people say he is just too boring. That's why I think he's had a delayed title shot, because they'd rather have somebody exciting than somebody who wins.
I suppose.
Well, this is the thing with... So the next UFC is Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev. But Poirier has said, win or lose, this might be his last fight. Which is a bit sad. But I think it's like fun to watch. But I think potentially, if Poirier wins and then McGregor wins Chandler, it could be Poirier versus McGregor again.
Isn't that the fourth time?
Yeah.
Christ. They're really that low on fighters that they have to keep doing the same
Well,
fights
so-
over and over again.
I think McGregor versus Chandler at not this numbered UFC, the one after, is like the most expensive UFC of all time. Just purely, literally, 100% because McGregor's headlining.
Yeah.
So why not put Poirier again? Because it will wreck all
A lot
records.
of money.
Crazy. I did ask you to come with something. I prepped you with the question. But
Oh yeah, I thought you meant like I thought I forgot something physical.
with my present. Video games.
Yes.
So I asked to try and get your top 5. Usually you need about 3 years to do this.
And
one.
it still doesn't work.
I gave you a morning, so I will. But I want to hear. Did you get your? It's top 5 of your favourite video games. No repeat franchise.
Yes.
Yeah. And now there might be a little leeway in franchise. I've not done it, but I'll show you what I mean when it comes to it. Okay, but did you rank yours or have you just got 5?
I've got 5, but I struggle to put them.
Is
in
there an
order.
ish order? Is there like definitive ones? Definitive.
It's difficult because a lot
Lower.
of them are quite old, I suppose, because I'm just trying to think back to how much I played them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Particularly when I was a kid, for some of them. Or how some of them opened up what I want, other games that I liked after playing them, sort of thing.
Do you want to start us off with your 5th?
Hitman Blood Money.
I knew a Hitman would have to be in there.
Yeah.
But I didn't know which one would be.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Blood Money.
Yeah.
No, it's Hitman Blood Money.
No, I meant like in regards to, is it an early one? Is
It's
it?
quite an old one. I think I might be wrong. Was this some? Anyone's watching this, you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. I think Silent Assassin was the first one, then Contracts, then Blood Money, and since then there's been Ascension, then there's been Hitman 1, 2, and 3. So
And why that one?
that was I saw when I used to go to one of my friends' houses when I was younger.
You've got other friends?
Used to. Yeah, no, I saw them playing Hitman and particularly Contracts, and then I saw Blood Money come out on PlayStation 2 or 3. And yeah, I just played it to death, like every single level.
And you've got some Hitman tattoos.
Quite a few Hitman tattoos, my shit barcode, the symbol there. I'll be getting to the balls at some point probably. Yeah, so I think Hitman Blood Money.
I've tried to, not just the franchise, but just completely, you'll see how varied the games are that
Yeah.
I've got. But number 5 for me, Tony Hawk's Underground.
Okay, why
Love
that
that.
one?
Because I loved the Tony Hawk's style games, like Pro Skater, I loved. But for Underground, it were incorporating the skills and stuff with a story.
Yeah.
Loved it. Like that were my 6-week holiday. That were one of the games I would have to play at least once.
Yeah.
And I reckon I could legit speedrun it when I was playing it as often as I want. But yeah, I just thought very easy to pick up. It made you feel like you were mint at the game.
Yeah.
You probably weren't, but it made you feel like you were really good.
Yeah.
Love that game. Number 4.
Sly Cooper 2 Band of Thieves.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played that one most out of all of them. It was the first one I completed because I remember I couldn't do the last boss on Sly 1 when I first played it. But Sly 2 I did.
Not PS2.
PS2, yeah. PS2, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Yeah, loved that. I just think it's a very good game. It's funny. Some upgrade mechanics to it. Yeah, I liked it.
This one for me, obvious. Why it'll be in there. Unreal Tournament.
Obviously, me and you played it a lot.
I don't think I'm good at many games, but I think in our heyday, we could 2v2 some people. If anybody plays it, hit us up. We'll have a game.
We'll get PS3 back
We'll
out.
get it back out. We played it for so many hours as kids, and then obviously we played it. I think we spoke about it before on
On your
podcast.
stag.
But night before my
Oh yeah,
wedding,
not stag, yeah, night before.
we just played that to death. Woke up, got changed too early for my wedding, so I went back on it.
Yeah.
Just a great game. Good missions, easy gameplay to pick up.
Lots of different game modes.
Yeah, nice mix of game modes, lots of different ways. Fun. Another game where it made you feel like you were really good at the game, or we were really good. I don't know which one, but
I'd like to think we're really good.
I do genuinely think we got all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3.
God of War 3.
Again, I knew a God of War would be in.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure whether it would be a first one, whether it would be the latters, or...
Reason, obviously, I like all the God of War games. I played the first one, then followed the second, then on to the third. 3 was the second game I ever platinumed on the PlayStation 3. First one was Lego Star Wars 2. So I put a lot of effort into that. I had to play it on some hardest difficulty, which I didn't used to do on a lot of games. And so I've loved the God of War games. I loved how just brutal it was, particularly the third one, because you basically just decimate all of Olympus.
Nice.
So yeah, it's nice and violent. I like the newer ones, don't get me wrong, I like the direction they're going in, but I think that one just was sort of what really settled my love for it.
This isn't in my list, but basically because it was a different story, but very, very similar gameplay. I really enjoyed Dante's Inferno.
My missus, she said, oh, what about that game which was like God of War, but
Great
way through
game.
hell?
Yeah.
Very good. Is that what's on number 3 for you or not?
No.
Okay.
It would... I don't know where it would rank. I loved playing that game, but again, it's very, very brutal.
Yeah.
Number 3 for me, Pokemon Red or Blue.
Yeah, fair, yeah. That's,
Has to be a Gen 1 Pokemon. I'm worried, 20 odd years old?
Probably.
Nah, maybe.
It was on Nintendo Game Boy
Game Boy.
Game Boy Color, weren't it?
And I still play it every year.
Yeah.
Has to at least once.
I remember when I was off sick after some surgery when I was in secondary school, I used to sat and played on Game Boy SP, playing Pokemon Blue.
It's just a great... It is... Timeless is the word.
Yeah.
It is timeless. It's... Any person... As soon as you're old enough to pick up a Game Boy, you can play it. And you can still play it at any age, and you don't feel like, I'm too old for this now. Or I don't. I think you can still... There's enough tactics in it where it's easy for someone to pick up, or you can get real... Especially them... Any Pokemon in general, but Gen 1, I just feel...
Yeah. I'm still sort of... it must be something to do with an age thing, or a cynical thing, but as far as I'm concerned, it's just a 151 Pokemon. I don't give a crap about it.
It's funny because I think if they were ranked, I do think that the Gold and Silver are the highest rate. I might be wrong on that one.
That was like the next one after Red and Blue, weren't it?
Yeah, that was technically Gen 2. And it was basically because Gen 2 games did exactly what Gen 1 did, but sort of perfected it. So you didn't have so much of your game where you couldn't run.
Yes.
And the odd few
and
bits
take
where
the
you're
bike
like,
off
I wish
the
you could do
trainers.
this, wish you could do that. Gen 2 fixed those bits.
That makes sense.
But even just, it'd have to be top 5 just for nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
2.
Ape Escape 3.
Nice.
I love the Ape Escape games. They're just so, like... They're just fun to play. There's nothing serious about it. You just run around with a club and a net and you batter monkeys and you capture them in the nets. They're fine, you're not hurting them. They're like go down the floor, like it's all cartoony, little stars. Monkeys have different coloured pants, so they've got different, like if they're red they're going to fight you, if they're light blue they're like timid. And the daft bosses, the Freaky Monkey 5. But 3 were good because they brought out the ability to have different suits. It's like you unlock a knight suit to start off with, which has got like a massive club, or like a cowboy with some like dual pistols, you know, pew, pew, that sort of stuff. In case you know how pistols work.
Yeah, well now I know.
Now you do, just in case. Yeah, so I love it. I wish they'd remaster it. I did actually get my PlayStation 2 out a couple of years ago just to play it again.
Nice.
Yeah, brilliant.
We're at 2.
2.
Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
Legend of Zelda. Again, I think we are showing his age because most
He's
of
not
these
pretty
games
old.
are quite old. But it just reminded me of growing up, and again, what feels like a timeless game, N64 game, very much reminded me of 6 Week Holidays as a kid.
Yeah.
Probably, obviously, due to my mum would have said for the last, when did Breath of the Wild come out? Pre-Breath of the Wild, my mum would have said every single year that that's the best game ever come out.
Yeah.
I don't know if Breath of the Wild or the second would
Or
now rival it
Winds
for
of
her.
something. What's it called? The second one.
Winds of Change.
Winds of.
I had,
I
yeah.
forgot what it's called, but I've never really played those.
It's just a great game. It feels, it's got such a good like difficulty it's not a spike. It's a, you know what I mean?
Curve.
Yeah, it's a very good
Yeah.
curve. What's the word for that? The yaw. It's got a good yaw. Yaw.
Okay.
Of difficulty,
Right.
where you feel like you're getting better as the game
You're
goes
getting
on.
better.
You're getting better. lovely.
You're getting better along with the yaw.
Yes. Do you have a number? Is this your number one? Is it?
Yeah, potentially.
Do you think we've got the same one?
No. 100% not. I know what I just because you've said that, I know what you're going to go through. And the problem you've given me is you gave me only a day to come up with this list. So you ask me again tomorrow. It's
tell you what
gonna
then.
be completely different
Right.
list.
I'll tell you what then.
Yeah.
Before we unveil what number one could be,
Yeah.
do you have honourable mentions? Things that came up in your head?
Yeah, the Dark Souls franchise.
Yeah.
Which is going to be your number one.
Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
But it was so tough. Dark Souls 1 was not. Great game, not in my top.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2, what introduced me to the game. And I know, if anyone does want to watch this, that just mentioning that Dark Souls 2 is one of his favourite games ever is enough for people to turn over.
We understand people's issues with it. I mean, the soul memory sucks fucking balls.
Soul memory is a brutal concept. The one where
You lose health every time you die.
just briefly describe soul memory for.
So soul memory is
Memory.
basically every time you even collect souls, which is currency in Dark Souls, it's like there's like a background counter for it, and it's keeping a track on it. So even if you don't level up, but you collect souls, you could go and grind a spot and collect souls. Don't put them into levels. That soul memory is ticking up and ticking up and ticking up to the point where you're like 1,000,000 souls. You can't invite somebody into your game that's the same level as you because your soul memory is way higher because you've collected more souls, even though you might be the exact same level. It was a bullshit mechanic. I don't know why they decided to
Terrible,
put that in.
and quickly bend it off. But they had great concepts like life gems,
Life gems were a good idea, and that made it a bit easier in its sense.
and then they topped it with one where if you die, your health bar starts getting smaller and smaller, as if like it's saying, "Oh, you're dying.
Yeah.
You're clearly having trouble here. Let me make it a bit harder."
You know this game that we know is a freaking hard game.
It's
We'll
really-
make it
yeah.
harder. Yeah.
But Dark Souls 2 introduced me to the series. We had some great nights as a trio,
Yeah.
smashing that game. But Dark Souls 3 has to take it for me.
Yeah, Dark Souls 3 is quality. We put
For
years of
Yeah.
Fridays into that.
every Friday we would go on. I must have completed it. I don't know how many times I must have completed genuinely, but the amount of hours we put into PvP in
Yeah.
was just countless.
Yeah.
I don't think probably we were above average. We weren't in any way
We weren't like Chase the
the
Bro
bro. We
level.
weren't all serious, but yeah. And we did do a lot of ganking, but
If you invade someone on Dark Souls, you have to expect to be ganked.
in the initial trio, we
Yeah.
did the third member of the trio was very much of etiquette at times, where if you could do gestures on Dark Souls, so if you bowed, they had to bow, and vice versa. And sometimes, like the etiquette would be if you got invaded, that if you had people helping you, they won't get involved. But we are very much, if you invade us, you are fair game to anything.
Yeah, you jumped into our game, get ready.
Yeah, we will beat you down as a gang. We will gank you, and then we will make fun of you.
You're down like a large German bear.
Yeah, and it has got a fair amount of
Russian bear.
Russian bear.
Ah, fucked it up.
Close.
Yeah, welcome.
There's a fair amount of people messaging us, but it was all just great jest.
It was funny, yeah.
Ezekiel.
I enjoyed it. Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
We really wound that one guy up.
So that definitely has to take number one. Maybe over time Elden Ring might get there.
Still early days though, in comparison to how much time we put into the Dark
Still
Souls
too early days.
series.
I do
And
also.
Bloodborne.
Well, I've not. Bloodborne weren't there for me.
It's like it left you out. I'm down on my little Bloodborne coming
Just
on
left me at my lowest point. I don't think Elden Ring will. I think that the game may, but that whole Friday night PvP that we had for Dark Souls 3 I don't think it'll ever get rivaled again in his life.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Honourable mention for me would be The Club.
Oh yeah, you've talked about that. Well, that were that were an Xbox 360 game, wasn't it?
Yes, which, if people are watching, it's not the Club, which was like a driving one.
No.
It was like a bit like the Battle Royale sort of films, where it's like 8 people trapped in this place, battling each other, doing like missions and stuff. It was probably quite a bad game, but it was one of them where I thought, this is my game.
Yeah.
Characters were cool, gameplay
Yeah.
were cool. It's an honourable mention.
Yeah. I'd put Assassin's Creed Odyssey as an honourable mention.
Great game. I didn't even think of that one. I love that. Was second game I ever platinumed.
What it?
Yeah.
And it's a big game to platinum. It's a very big game to platinum.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. First game I ever platinumed was Dragon Ball Z Kakarot,
Okay, yeah.
which I did like
A lot
that.
of time into that.
But I think that was probably because it was Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Not play probably was a bit. But I thought Assassin's Creed Odyssey was great. Your number one?
The Last of Us.
Wow. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
if he'd have done that, and that's the time
It fell down.
It fell
Sorry,
down.
fallen down as once today.
Yeah, watch out for the short.
I shite myself. Yeah, no, I think it's as far as like story-driven action games go, it doesn't get much better than The Last of Us. You really start to feel for the characters. It's it's one of the most emotional I've got in a game, particularly towards the end. Anyone who's played The Last of Us, I mean, you might have seen the show, which is brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but I think the very last part in the game, where the hospital thing, is just a bit more immersive. When you're carrying Ellie out and stuff, yeah, it really got to me. And I'd say The Last of Us 2 is more emotional, but there's a lot of conflicting emotions in that game.
Yes.
I'm not going to go into that
No, that's
because
fresh.
obviously the second story's come, but there's parts where I'm sort of like, the fact that it makes you feel like that is brilliant, but it also really makes you, oh, why? So,
In
yeah.
terms of sort of mediums, gaming, TV, movies, music, books, do you really get emotional, crying?
Like I said, with The Last of Us, it really close, so we're really close. I've never read a book.
I have a book.
Yeah, that one where they're getting shot and he's carrying someone out.
Quest for Lost Heroes
Yeah.
by David Gemmell, which still to this day, favourite book of all time. Very much, it's Lord of the Rings. All David Gemmell's is very
Yeah.
much Lord of the Rings, but that book made me cry
I know
twice.
which way Lord of the Rings gets you. Right.
Lord of the Rings film.
Return of the King.
Still, I know it's happening.
Yeah, no, it's coming.
I know it's that when Sam carries Frodo will always get me.
Yeah.
I guess that looking back on it, I'm probably quite an emotional person. I don't know if I've even told you this, and we can't play it because I will just burst out crying.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Anyway, continue.
There's a James Blunt song that I can't listen.
Which one?
I don't know. He's singing about his dad,
Oh.
right? And honestly, I played it, and there was no one in, and
Someone's trying to break in, by the way. That's what we're...
I was bawling,
Really?
like proper bawling, and then
Shit.
I tried to play it to my missus with my daughter there, bawling. I had to leave.
Sorry.
No, honestly, I have to laugh at it, but it's the most. I couldn't play an excerpt. I can't think about it too much. That would make me cry.
Oh, fair enough.
But then I laugh because I think James Blunt made me cry.
I'm sure he'd find that funny.
Else don't spring to mind of what I do genuinely think, and I do think that you'll definitely back me up on this one, that it's multiplied by 100
When you have a kid.
when you have a kid.
Yeah, way worse. Some stuff that wouldn't even bother me in slightest now, it's a bit like, oof.
Some things I just can't watch anymore.
Yeah.
I think, like, when you think, I can't do that, I can't watch that.
I was saying to you earlier, me and Sharp were watching this Storyville thing on BBC iPlayer, and we were talking about North Korea, and it was showing people trying to get out of North Korea, and it were like following this family that were being taken out by these brokers, and they were like an 80-year-old woman and two parents of these two kids, these little girls, must be like 6 and 10, trying to see them escape this country where they're going to potentially get killed if they get deported. And yeah, particularly with Miss crying all the way through it, but I think beforehand I'd have been a bit like, while watching it, and you like watching it on camera, it's like, jeez, this is horrific. So yeah, if you're watching this Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-un? Kim Jong-un?
Yeah.
Is it Kim Jong-il or is his dad in it?
Un.
Kim Jong-un, go fuck yourself. You're an awful person. You can even call him a person.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
I,
Go. Get out. Get out.
yeah. Let's get brighter. Did you do like seaside trips when you were a kid?
Yeah. I never went abroad as a kid, did I? So we were all travelling around the country.
You did like castles and stuff, didn't you?
Yes.
Then you do like the Skegness, Blackpool.
Yeah.
Do you like Blackpool?
It's alright.
You circus?
Circus. I've never actually been to a circus.
No? You been in Blackpool Tower?
No.
Blackpool Tower's good.
I've seen it. 'Cause we went to Blackpool and we stood outside it. Just near.
It's where you did that running thing, well, that's Skegness. I was getting mixed up.
One or two. I don't remember. I was very drunk.
One of the seaside places, we spent about £50. No exaggeration. There was games we had to knock clowns down, and I swear I got some sort of tennis elbow or
Yeah,
something.
my shoulder was freaking killing.
To get enough tickets to buy this skateboard that were about that big. It was Skegness. I know it was Skegness.
We broke it.
We broke it in about 5 minutes because there were 4 of us trying to get on it. Blackpool Tower's good. It's like, well, I'm guessing the majority of people who watch this, or one of you, knows what Blackpool is. But it's a seaside resort that people still go to and still slag off. Brownsea.
But you know you don't go in the sea. You don't go to Blackpool to go in the sea.
Hasn't changed since I went there when I was 2 or wherever.
Yeah.
But Blackpool Tower is good, legitimately good. You walk when our first memories of it. You walk in. First bit is a huge aquatic centre.
Really?
Yeah. First bit as you walk in.
Oh.
There were jungle gyms, massive jungle gyms.
Like kids play area.
Kids play area were huge. I'm honestly 3-4 floors. Just length, huge place. Length. It had
Did it have girth?
right next door, something called Hornpipe Galley, which was like a bar.
Pirates.
A bar.
Sounds piratey.
It weren't actually. It does sound piratey.
Disappointing.
There were an arcade, but there was the ballroom, obviously that you see on Strictly, which I took my missus there and she cried at that.
The ballroom.
The ballroom.
They do dancing, Strictly Come Dancing there.
They do,
don't
yeah.
they? Yes.
But it's like you sit down with your drink and you just watch, and there's like all the old couples getting up and having a little dance and stuff. It's very nice there, but there's a circus,
Oh.
right? And since the first time I went to the last time I went, it's the same clown, right? Mookie.
He must be about 80.
Honestly, apparently he's completely bald now. But my brother went with his kids not long back, and he rang me up and he's like, same act, right? And I go and watch it, it still cracks me up his act. But it's the same act he's been doing for literally 25...
Well, if it works, you don't need to fix it.
If it works, people turn up, they know what they expect, they still do it. And he literally has a thing where it's him and his brother. His brother's ringmaster now,
Yeah.
and he's the clown. He's Mookie, and then I think he's called Mr. Maxi, the ring person, who's his brother.
Yeah.
And he comes on and he's like, we've been doing the same thing for 25 years,
Yeah.
right? And they have. But I just think they do that twice a day, every day.
Well, I have like weekends. Well, I suppose they don't have weekends because that's a busy time.
Yeah.
They have days off.
Well, I guess they have like Christmas and that, but they've literally been doing it. I'm going to say now for more than 25 years. Could you do literally the same act for 30 years?
Depends what they are.
Twice a day, right? And that act is you pretending to be the happiest, funniest person ever. Where,
I can't even pretend to that when I'm at work.
imagine doing that for 30 years.
No.
Like that.
No.
I just think, like, when they talk Tears of a Clown sort of thing, it's like they must have points where it's like, I can't. I just can't do it again. It's the same joke I've heard you do 25,000 times now.
Probably not far off that, actually.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you want to be when you grow up? Did you ever have that?
Probably like a crocodile.
Like Step Brothers.
I don't know. I looked into going into. I wanted to be in ambulance service at one point.
You wanted to be an ambulance.
I wanted to be an ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I couldn't because I didn't have right grades to do medical stuff at university. I wouldn't join RAF at one point, but then I met my missus, so I did that. But as far as being a young kid, I don't remember. I don't think I was very foresighted.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, of like, this is me.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clowns.
Clowns.
Wingman.
Bearded lady.
Yeah. Just name another.
Tall man. Fat man.
But they all that all went away, didn't it? Sort of like they call them freak shows. Let's not beat around the bush.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, yeah, because it's a good film and it's Hugh Jackman in it, but
Well,
P.T.
I
Barnum
know.
were an arsehole in real life,
Yeah,
weren't he, probably?
yeah. I think it's time to head into.
What did you want to be? Postman.
I wanted to be a chef.
You good at cooking?
I wanted to be a teacher.
I can't imagine you doing that.
Why?
Settle down, kids. Settle down, kids.
It'd have to be a right age.
Yeah.
I won't be able to do secondary school.
You'd have to be night classes with adults.
Yeah, like an adult college would be fine. University.
Yeah.
I think I'd be a good teacher. I just don't think when they're like kicking off.
Yeah.
That won't be. It'd have to be like I say, people who are paid to
You want to choke out a child.
definitely one of them. That.
Anyway, what's it time for?
To go into the mostly pointless games room once again.
The most pointless what?
Games room.
Have we
For
done
a
this
game.
before?
Just for games that we play.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working title. Hypothetical.
Okay.
I wrote that down, and I was just checking where I wrote there.
Oh, yeah.
There weren't a kick in it while I did it.
I can't lift my leg up.
So it's just a series of hypothetical questions. I would like to hear your hypothetical answer.
Oh, God, okay.
Okay? Because you're good at this sort of stuff off the cuff.
Oh, cracking.
You wake up and you have unlimited money. Where do you live?
Like, can I build a house?
You've got unlimited money.
Probably like a big house. Well, no, that's a big house. A house.
You're right. I'd get a big, well, not a big house.
A moderate house in the middle of like a forest somewhere.
In England?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And someone would make it for you, I'm guessing.
Well, I won't make it myself.
I don't know, you can choose.
I can barely make toast.
Yeah, you won't live in toast though.
Won't last very long. Not in this weather.
It would just be, what, log? Would it be log? I'm guessing it would be brick.
No, brick.
You'd take all the bricks there.
Yeah.
But like a proper mansion.
Yeah.
But surrounded
Maybe
by
a both log and brick.
Yeah, like something from Minecraft.
Yes, but hopefully not as flammable.
But would you have,
Creepers.
like, a log fire?
No. I have an electric fire.
Electric fire
Yeah.
in your part wood, moderately sized house.
Yes.
Would it be near any water?
Yeah, maybe. Because I could have a stream with like a big wheel.
Would it have a road to get there?
No.
No roads.
No, I'm just parachuting.
And if you have like a helicopter,
Yeah, alright, if it's
you've
unlimited
got
money.
unlimited money.
Like a Batcave sort of thing, a road but it's underground.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get away from civilization.
I see that, yeah.
What about you?
Would it have connection?
What do you mean connection?
Like to the outside?
Like to a
world?
neighbour? No,
Internet.
I'm not choosing a neighbour.
Internet. stuff.
Yeah, I'd have good internet.
So it'd be middle of nowhere with great internet.
Yes.
Okay.
If I'm on my own, this is hypothetically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if there were the three of you.
Oh, if there was three of us, I suppose I wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, school runs and stuff.
I didn't stipulate that, I'm
Yeah.
stipulating it now.
Oh, now I have to change my mind.
Yeah.
I just stay where I am.
Yeah? That's it. I
it.
just have the
It's-
money.
I just got the money. I just
Yeah.
don't have the worries of that. I stay where I am, but no mortgage.
Nice. I would, I'd like a big house, big gym area at back. I think it would still probably be around here.
Get a much bigger house, Tom.
I'd maybe have a smaller sort of holiday home in somewhere that I quite like a happy place. Like Northumberland.
Northumberland's good. Yeah.
But then obviously if I were a bit older, if it were like retirement age, I would like to probably just go to America. Get a massive house in America.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll drive to get people to drive me around with unlimited money.
You can't drive to America anyway.
True. I could pay somebody.
Pay someone to drive you.
Drive me there. Find a way.
Build a road.
Yeah, that's it.
Unlimited money.
You wake up and you've been told you're trapped in a room for a month.
I like how every time you start with you wake up, I'm just tempted to just go no.
No, that's it.
I'm sitting in bed.
You wake up, what's the first thing you do? Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep it off. You wake up, you find out you're trapped in a room for a month with only one TV show. What TV show?
For a month.
One calendar month.
Does it have to be on constantly? can
No,
turn
but
it off.
it's that's on, or nothing's on. You've got no other entertainment.
Just because I'm watching it at the moment and it's quite a long thing. Shameless, the US version with
Yeah.
William Macy and
So you pick,
Jeremy Allen White and all that.
you pick something that you haven't seen.
Yeah, because
fully.
I'm almost finished season 2 and there's like 11 seasons, I think, maybe 12. An hour episode, like 12 episodes a season, so it lasts me a while.
What if it became unwatchable after season 3 though?
I'll just see how it goes.
You got nothing else to do.
Not else to do.
I would go opposite. I would go Comfort.
You'd go Friends or something, wouldn't you?
I would go US Office.
US Office, that's a very good shout. I've seen the UK cinemas. I watched that when I was growing up, so that's when I watching the US one.
Yeah, I would go with Comfort for that.
And it's
Friends would also be there.
for the UK or US Office.
UK.
But it's still 2 seasons.
It's
isn't it?
too short. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have the longevity of it. I do think US Office is brilliant.
I'm kind of surprised you haven't chose something like Viva La Bam.
I would like Viva La Bam. Yeah, I could probably. I didn't think of that one
Yeah.
off the cuff because that did about 5 series.
And you have watched that on repeat a lot.
A lot. But same as Bottom.
Bottom, yeah, that's only a few seasons. As well.
3.
Yeah.
Viva La Bam's probably got longevity. Yeah, like you say.
If it was something that I've already watched a lot of, it would probably be something either like Archer. Yeah, I like Archer.
Archer.
Yeah.
Animated though. Could you watch animated for a month?
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't not allowed, was it?
No, I'm just saying that obviously that's a bit different. Would animated change your opinion?
I watch a lot of anime, so.
Yeah. I'm watching Baki still.
Yeah.
It's like terrible mint.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like there's no story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ripped dudes just smashing
Just-
each other up.
Just increasingly ripped dudes, increasingly beating each other up, still surviving.
Yeah.
Like I do think I've watched all of Baki and I've watched almost all of Baki Hanma, and I think one person's died.
It's just to keep going back.
Like early on, I'm pretty sure in like very early series, one guy got most of his face blown off.
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah,
one.
he's still going.
fine.
Yeah,
That-
walked it off.
Yeah, walked it off.
But yeah, it's so cheesy bad, but
Yeah.
in such a good way.
Yeah.
Love
yeah.
that. I'm gonna give you one now as a bit of light relief because I know how much you're gonna love this one. You wake up and you realise it's zombie apocalypse.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go on, reel it off.
Crap. I try and quickly get to the shops and see
You're
if
speaking really quick. It's not happening.
You said quick! You let it go!
You went all breath. I'm good at shops.
Just go. Go to the shops, get a load of canned food and bottled water. I'd get home, I would lock the doors, I would try and destroy my stairs and get up the stairs. Because unless it's like 28 weeks later, 28 days later, zombies can't climb very well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're upstairs, you're alright. Yeah, also you're supposed to fill your bath with water, so you've got a load
So
of
you've got
water
more.
on your bath.
You're supposed
You're
to.
supposed to. And we've got 2 baths, so that works really well.
There you go.
And sinks. I've got like crowbars and stuff knocking around.
Yeah,
I've got an actual sword somewhere, so I suppose that'd be on there. I haven't got any firearms. That kind of sucks, but melee weapons are better. I've been trying to hold a trench knife for ages. I can't actually get one because they're illegal, but they're apparently really good because they were designed for trench warfare where you're up close.
Yeah.
And you knock them out of the way, or you've got a knife that's designed to go through skull and a helmet. So yeah, that sort of thing. The shop thing is a bit. Be careful, like that's going to be a busy area, potentially a lot of zombies. So yeah, I think I'd just be careful with that bit. But then I'd just live upstairs.
Nice.
Anyone comes into the house, just hit him with a crowbar.
If you could really prep for it,
Yeah.
if your missus said, whatever you need to do.
She did get me a zombie survival kit once.
I mean, like, you could go fully,
Yeah.
you'd lean into it. How would you change your house?
Does this link with unlimited money as well?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, alright, so I'd swap all this fencing out for like 10-foot metal fence with barbed wire at the top. I'd replace all of his windows with bulletproof glass
Nice.
and reinforced frames.
Maybe put some tint on them.
Yeah, that'd be smart. Or I could just put shutters on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
both.
no, I meant
Both.
like, if they were tinted,
Yeah.
like one-way tint, you
Yeah.
could see out, but they couldn't see in. Whereas if you put shutters,
That's.
you'd have to rely on like CCTV
I'd put CCTV up.
standard.
I'd have my own generators.
Jenny's are good.
I'd
yeah.
have something that could, like, you know, what's the word? Something like to filter rainwater and clean it.
Nice. Yeah.
Uh,
What about like a little lava room?
I thought it was lava room then.
A little lava. Minecraft. Put zombies in.
Yeah, that I suppose. Middle
Would you
basement.
consider going down? Dig down?
No,
That's what I would do.
no, I won't. Because if they get in, you're fucked. You can't get out anywhere. You want to go up.
You could tunnel. Dig down, tunnel out.
So your missus lets you get stuff and you bring in full like blown mining equipment.
yeah,
Like one of those great big circular drill things.
just dig deep,
Stick straight down.
straight down.
So your prepping for the zombie apocalypse is to die.
I'm gonna adapt.
Just to keep going down. Yeah, to be fair, all these like yard survivors, I don't think I probably would. It's like you saw some pop up. It's like, why do people keep saying I'd survive an apocalypse when you could just die?
Yeah,
Just get it over and done with.
yeah. It's just too much hassle.
Yeah, so in unlimited money and planning, I think I'd do. I'd look like an absolute nut job, but I suppose I'd survive like a week long.
You can imagine you do all that and you'd still die in a week.
Get dysentery. What about you? How would you? Just mine? Is that it?
If I could properly do the sort of doomsday prepper, I would dig down. I would have a full underground base of fully stocked food, drink, generators, like say an ability to get water, because obviously that's going to be the main one. Plenty of view out, possibly tunnels outwards to sort of close to.
You're going to take over the neighbour's garden.
Oh, they won't know. I just dig deeper. Fine. But I don't hold that much hope. I would like a compound bow. I've always wanted.
Compound bow would be pretty sick, yeah.
I would have one of them just casually. So I do think they're mean.
Just should people walking down the street?
No, just to have. It's not like we used to talk about Kevin or anything. Okay, you wake up. It doesn't say that, but I have adopted that. So you come into power. You're ruling. What rules would you impose?
This is apt considering general elections coming up.
It is, yeah. But you can
Yeah.
actually just say, this is what's happening, and it happens. This is the rule, and it's passed. There's no sort of committee. You are in power. It's a, what's it called? Dictatorship.
Ooh.
Say you're a dictator.
I've just been slagging Kim
You are,
Jong-un
yeah.
off.
But I don't think you're at all as bad as that, right?
Yeah, after watching that
I would
programme.
just, yeah.
No,
You don't have to think, like, unless you wanted to.
I'd probably go to
serious.
join back into the European Union again.
Wow, that were much more political than I thought.
Yeah. It's definitely not done us any good.
No.
Yeah, not like any, like, wearing hats every Friday. or
This is the
something
thing.
like
Like, I know you're ultimately going to ask me. I would ban bootcut jeans.
that. You've said that before. What's your issue with
I
them?
don't like them.
Why?
Just that shape's
What happens
wrong.
if you're wearing jeans and boots?
You could just wear jeans and boots.
But that's the point of bootcut jeans, that they go over your boot.
You know, like I can remember, like at one point I had some bootcut jeans and I thought these are terrible, and then I saw like Batista wear them. I'm like, he's pulling her off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I look back now, he used to wear like bootcut jeans and a white vest. It's like, how did he look? He did not look cool.
On about like looks and stuff like that, I saw this thing over there that said this look, and it was like your sort of look, you know, big beard, slicked back hair.
Yeah.
In like 10 years' time, is going to be the same look. What people look at mullets and moustache. Well, like, funny enough, it might be.
It might be, but that means that it would then become sort of into the repertoire of cycles, because mullets are now.
Coming back.
Like 5 years ago, you'd be like, looked at videos of his dads with mullets, and be like,
Like your
how?
dons.
And then now,
Yeah.
they're everywhere.
It still don't look good.
No, I don't think it was good.
What were we talking about? Power.
Yeah. What would you do in power?
I don't know, because anything I say, I feel like I've got to then find a way to make it happen.
Well, it depends what you're going to say. I need an example.
I think potentially like more homeless shelters. Then you go from these building, and it's like, well, how are you going to fund that?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? It's not straightforward, is it? NHS needs sorting. I'm going very serious here, aren't I?
Seeing as I look like a right melt saying ban book,
I'll think something to ban. I'll think you're not allowed to call your significant other queen or king anymore.
Nice. Yeah, there we go. That's
ridiculous.
nice. I saw a thing that you know who said it actually? Carl Pilkington.
Wow,
where he
okay.
suggested that brands use homeless people for advertising. So basically give them free clothes.
That's pretty cool.
That's the right idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would probably implement that because no one loses.
I would also ban Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Because it's the biggest rip-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's good stuff. Like, I were looking in size today because I think that I would wear. I don't know if you've been in size.
Is that the shoe place?
It does half for its shoes, half for its clothes.
Oh, okay.
But I would wear 90% plus of their clothes, but they're so expensive. Like, it's not like Balenciaga where it's like £1,000 and the like PE trainers.
Yeah.
But it's like there were a bucket hat that I right like it was 60 quid.
60 quid.
Yeah. Like I say, it's not Balenciaga territory, but
No.
I've got to be earning a lot more than I am now to spend that much money. If you were a teacher, what would you teach?
Back off.
Back off.
I don't know, I'm not particularly great at any, I guess what you would teach in school.
Slam poetry.
You keep saying that, I would not be good at that. As we've seen, us trying to get the shorts out, I can't plan that sort of thing.
The short clips, we're not doing what we are his own shorts.
Yeah, short clips, YouTube shorts.
YouTube short.
Yeah. Maybe we should do a live thing one day. YouTube live.
Like what, a full podcast live?
Yeah. Do you think we'll get many views? Probably not.
Apparently, original 151, Vinny was saying there's something to do with that where like the algorithms of what it pushes and stuff. Apparently it pushes shorts more when you're live.
So if we did a short and then did live, that would push it more.
No, so if we went live,
Yeah.
our shorts would appear in more people's For You pages.
Oh, interesting.
Uh,
What was the question? I've already lost track.
For the reason being that people will then see it on their YouTube, like, oh, look at that, and then they'll see the little red saying
See
the live and
yeah.
get you to go and watch the live. What would you teach? I don't know what happened there,
I forgot.
but what would you teach?
What would you teach? I'll be thinking.
Well, I already know mine though. English literature.
Yeah, I imagine you'd be a good
I would not
teacher.
English language. Obviously it's needed, but English literature I would love. Like I won't go full blown drama, but I think that that overlap of sort of Shakespeare and stuff, I would love. I like poetry. I like the writing. Like creative writing, I would do that. But English literature at secondary school for students who actually want to listen
Yeah.
would be my dream.
That's
Because
pretty
that
cool.
was, even though one of his mates said that was her worst class, and she always got told off, which she did, and
Because she was
so we used to sit at back. There used to be
Yeah.
four of us who sat in corner, and there were literally times, and I will say this, that three of us, and her not included, would mess around, and she would ultimately get told off.
I mean, thinking about what they were like at secondary school, though, where they wound other people up,
Yeah,
it's sort of, I can see why that was expected of them.
they just didn't get on. But I really enjoyed that class. I just know that she didn't.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd teach. I genuinely don't. I don't think I'd be a particularly good teacher. I don't have the patience or the knowledge.
What about like like a philosophy class, wouldn't you like that?
No.
A debate class.
No.
Would you like to debate?
I'd get really angry really quickly.
I think that
I'm
could be-
wrong.
I think something to do with sort of like the thought side of things. You would be good. But you know, I mean, just challenging thought. I know that's not a class, but I mean, like lessons where it's not all about here's what's in a book. Lessons that are teaching you how to be an independent person and just think for yourself.
I'm not very good at being an independent person myself.
I don't mean like teaching you how to do taxes and I mean like you're very you would say pessimistic,
I'm
but I would
massively pessimistic.
I think you're sort of realistic, bordering on cynical at times, right? And I
Verging on
think
nihilistic.
I think that that's a good thing to teach in the right balance of sort of. I think it's something that's missed in schools, and I think something that's dying out even more, is teaching people to be individuals in regards to just think about what we're saying. Obviously, I'm not talking about stuff that's fact.
Yeah.
If it's fact, it's fact. That is, by definition, it is a fact.
Yeah.
Right? But anything that's open to interpretation, don't be worried about what side you come down on, because that is the point of it. It's open to interpretation.
Yeah.
And I think anything that you're teaching somebody that concept, you'd be good at.
Maybe. Because I don't want to be a teacher though. It's a lot of
Yeah.
hassle.
We'll do one more and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
You're alone in your house at night.
I wake up. I'm alone in my house at night.
That one you were asleep, and I
Good.
skipped over it.
Okay.
You're asleep. You wake up.
Yeah.
And you're completely on your own, and you hear footsteps
Yeah.
somewhere in your house.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I get completely naked.
Yeah.
I'm probably how I am because I tend to sleep naked. And I just run down,
Yeah.
screaming. I think the shock factor, if anyone was in the house.
Yeah.
It might just be a pot falling over the proper way.
Yeah. But what if it were like your missus's mum?
I think we'd both find it really funny.
Yeah. Would you get like a weapon?
I think it's always get someone else to run down naked. The adrenaline kicks in. Of course.
Definitely not where I'm going.
Well, I'm trying to think what would be closest to my bed, and it's probably my inhaler. So
When
run
you
down with my
said-
inhaler.
When you said I could, you meant find a weapon, didn't
Yes,
you?
yes. Christ.
Just clear that up.
Maybe.
Both.
Again.
Double weaponing.
Something hard here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Grab a weapon and just run down screaming,
naked.
naked.
Yeah,
It's an image.
it is an image.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd probably have a little more thought. I would probably alert somebody.
You're on your own.
Yeah, but there's phones.
You mean you're going to call the police?
I don't know if I jump
There
to that.
might be somebody
That's
in my
what I mean.
house.
No,
Yes.
I think I would try and ring somebody and just say, I'm pretty sure I've heard footsteps.
If you don't turn back from me in 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, I've got a hammer. I'm going to go and check it out. 5-minute timer on. And if there's no response, call the police.
Oh no, it's fine. Adam's run down naked screaming.
Yeah, it's you running at me. Double weapon.
Double weapon, inhaler and erection.
Don't get that mixed up.
I can't.
Go on. Don't go on.
No.
No. What's
I'm
funny
down.
is that for a YouTube listener, singular, you went like this when you said I can't soak. But for Spotify, they have no idea what image you did. They just heard you say I can't soak. But I tell you what I did do. Slight segue.
I'm going to tell this must be a segue.
When I uploaded the to Spotify, I didn't upload just audio.
What did he do then?
You can go on Spotify and you can watch his video.
I didn't know you could do videos on Spotify.
I didn't, but
Oh, of course you can. Joe Rogan's on Spotify.
but there we go. Yeah, so I would have done that.
Interesting.
I don't know if I'll do it again.
No, well, the whole
Um,
point of that was, oh, it's died. Go back.
Over an hour. It's exactly an hour. That's why it did that.
Okay.
We've got an hour. Longest episode
Like,
we've
2
got.
minutes was pissing about as well at the start, but it's close
Yeah.
enough.
And then you immediately swore.
It's not like me.
I know. that went out of window pretty quick.
Yeah.
A couple of things is that's episode 8.
Nice.
That was actually we did say last week that this weren't going to happen because you're going away, but we managed to get this one in.
Yeah.
Are you're in next Saturday? Well, we might be going out, but coming back. So we might get one next Saturday.
Maybe.
And then we're pretty much on to episode 10. Now we both agreed early on that we'd try and get 10 before we got a guest. So after next week's, either the episode after or after that, we'll try and get
A guest.
a guest.
It's going to be tight in here.
We've got the guest.
You have to sit on someone's knee.
I am meeting him early June. Because we're going out a day, but we'll try and organise that and see how it goes.
Yeah.
We will have to shuffle this. We may have to move, but we may have to get rid of the stuff. I think we may be able to get rid of that, move this, and get an extra chair there, and they can sit down. We can sort of interview
It'll
them
be sad.
just for an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll see our guests.
We could leave that there and interview them off camera.
That would be like
Just
like
talk.
an interrogation. Do you have a song?
I've just listened to it today for the first time. Electric Call by
Oh,
Baby
yeah.
Metal did
Nice.
Ratatata.
Was it good?
It's quite catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right upbeat, electro-y. Yeah, I like it.
I'm gonna say just because it just makes me happy. Ooh La La by the Faces.
The Faces.
Have you heard it?
No.
It's the start of Without a Paddle. Like, I wish I knew what I knew now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Just because like I say, it's a happy song.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed it.
You too, Joanne. Is that
Oh,
the first girl?
that's your first girl, episode 8.
Maybe girl.
Joanne.
Maybe. We don't know.
You can't assume.
Can't assume.
We'll not go into that one.
No, but maybe.
Maybe.
You, Joanne, either way.
Joanne,
Yeah.
whoever.
Right, see you later.
Have a good one.